Hello everybody. Today we are going to be doing this X-Men 97 tier list that was made by the Strong Collectors podcast. The link to their video will be in the description below, as well as the link to this tier list. But as you can see, this is X-Men 97 figures, including the wave of 6 figures and 3 2-packs that was at Comic-Con. So this is all of them. And today I'm going to be ranking them on a few things. They're like how well they were made as action figures, how much I want them, and what their relevance is. So, starting off with Bishop. He was from the first wave, and as you can see in the picture, he came with a gun and 2 extra hands, of course. This is the only short-haired Bishop that we have, so that's pretty nice. But you could, of course, I think, switch out the long-haired Bishop for the short-haired Bishop onto this body. And I think that this is, like, a perfect, example of just, a middle-of-the-road figure. It's not outstanding. Excuse me. It's not outstanding. The articulation isn't, super good. But, it was a necessary figure to be made, and it was a nice addition to the line. Now, next up, we have the new Cable. So, this one, as well as all the other ones, we do not have in hand. However, by the looks of it, this looks to be, one of, if not the best Cable Marvel Legends ever. It definitely captures the look of the animated series in 97 very, very well, but that look was also heavily inspired by the comics. It's just like his comic book suit, and this one comes with his guns from the show, extra hands. It's a huge figure for the retro card, as you can see in this photo. This one, definitely S tier. I don't think that there's any doubt about that. Now next we have Cyclops from the second wave of Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends X-Men 97, excuse me. This one is my favorite Cyclops ever released. I think that the Blast is good. We've seen a better one that will come up in the future, but this one, being the way that it is, I think that it's really good. So, I'm going to give it an S tier. That's kind of just my opinion, though. Now we have Emma Frost. She's also from the newest wave, and she is... I don't like her. She was in the show. She was on the Genoshan Council, and she was the one survivor that they found. However, I really don't think that she needed to be made. She looks like she has 0 torso articulation, and I think that the Astonishing Emma Frost is perfectly fine. So, D tier. Now, we have Gambit. And I had Gambit, and then I destroyed Gambit. Because I don't like Gambit. I like Gambit as a character. He's cool. I don't know who wouldn't like him. But this figure had single jointed elbows, and the trench coat was so, not necessarily, restrictive of movement, but, if you got him into a pose, it would just be sticking out the back. It, was bad. So, I know a lot of people love this Gambit figure. I'm going to give it a D. Next, we have Goblin Queen. This is her only appearance in the line. She was supposed to be, not this figure, but a more comic book looking version of her, was supposed to be in the canceled Engine of Vengeance HasLab. Well, not canceled, but it never got funded. And she comes with a baby Cable accessory, and she represents the show very well. But she doesn't really represent the comics. So for that, I think I'm going to have to give her a B tier. Now, Jean Grey. This Jean Grey looks way better than the VHS Jean Grey, in my opinion. That VHS Jean Grey was like a C tier for me if we were grading by this list. She wasn't the worst. I just really did not like the face sculpt for her. This one I do. So this one's probably just getting a B tier because she's not outstanding, but she's better than the C tier. Now we have Jubilee, and this is an update of the really old Build-A-Figure of Jubilee that was like one of the worst Build-A-Figures ever. And this one comes with new Jubilee effects. So like for a while they were just using the standard effects. This one, they made new ones. However, this figure's not out yet. So that trench coat that she has might be a Gambit situation and make it very restricting. For this one, it can either go that it's a good figure or it's a bad figure. The accessories are amazing. The figure might be good or bad. So, for that, B tier. Now we have Logan. And I don't like this Logan because he's pins in the legs. I don't really like pins. I understand it's not the end of the world for most people. That's a personal preference. And from the promo pics, of course, we do not have this one in hand either. From the promo pics, the top of his his torso and head look very animated, and then his pants are super textured and not animated. So I like the look of this Logan, but I don't think that they did it insane. So I think that this is going to be our first C tier. Now we have both the Magnetos back to back. We have the classic kind of Magneto and the more X-Men, his X-Men suit. The X-Men suit figure, I'm probably eventually going to get. I have not picked it up yet, but it's still on Hasbro Pulse. And I don't really think that they did it to its justice. You can literally see in the picture right next to it that his suit in the show was black with like pink highlights, not purple. I'm going to give that figure a C tier. And considering that this figure, the classic Magneto, was better than that, I still would like a better Magneto. Don't get me wrong. I would like one that's more bulky, maybe came with some effects, a wired cape. That's probably, I'm just probably just describing a Maximum Series Magneto. But this one, it's pretty good. I think that it's one of, if not the best Magnetos we've ever gotten. Nope, A tier. Now we have Morph and Nightcrawler. These are my two favorite figures in my... Well, I don't have Morph. He's not out. Nightcrawler is my favorite figure in my collection. S tier. Morph, I've been waiting for him ever since, like, the X-Men 97 stuff was ever starting to be revealed. I loved him in the animated series. Of course, I was not alive back then when it was, like, airing and stuff, but I rewatched it. Morph was my favorite character in that. Also S tier. I'm so excited for that figure. Now, we have Rogue. And I don't really like her for a few reasons. I feel like the torso articulation is horrible, and that's basically it. I also am not a huge fan of her head. I wish that they would have given her something a little more angry. Like that is kind of just like a smiling face, and that's all that you can have her with. Yeah, this one's not my favorite. But I'm not going to give it a D tier, because it's not the worst, and I know a lot of people do like this. It did get re-released at Target, so maybe I will pick it up, just because I would like to have a complete collection of 97 figures. But, yeah, C tier. Now, I'm going to bring both the Wolverines, because I would like to talk about them. This is a huge hot take, and I understand that. But Tiger Striped Wolverine is not... I kind of do not like it. Like the look of the suit. It's just so overused, in my opinion. And I like the brown suit better. I think, again, the brown suit, like, we haven't even really seen, like, a full release for it yet. It's only been shown at Comic-Con. It's going to be in a 2-pack with Storm, who we'll talk about after the Wolverines, as you can see. But I understand that people like this figure. And I think that it looks like a great posable Wolverine figure. I do really like the mask and all that stuff. I like the alternate head. I like the look of the I like the look of how it looks like it's from the show. I just don't really like the look of the costume in the show. I'm gonna give that a B tier because I can't let my personal preference take over too much, but I can't ignore that either. Now, Brown Suit Wolverine, it's kind of hard for me to grade these next 6 figures. I guess 7 figures, because they are a lot of them are very okay. All of them except for Cyclops are kind of iffy. You kind of need them in hand to see how good they are. So Cyclops, let's just get him out of the way. He comes with the new blast effect. He's awesome. He's using the Vulcan body. He's got the classic look. I'm not a fan. I like the look that I have in the S tier better, but this figure is an A tier. Now, let's get back to the Wolverine that we were talking about earlier. I like the brown suit better than the tiger striped. However, I don't know about this figure. I think that it's the same body as the other X-Men 97 I also do really like the head and the posability it looks like he has. So for now, I'm just going to go A tier, but this one could very much be an S tier once I get it in hand. Now, this Storm, I don't really like the look of the first appearance Storm. I know that that's a bit of a hot take. My favorite, I don't really like a lot of Storm looks. My favorite one is easily the Outback Storm. But this one, for what it is, it looks like the cape is not going to restrict movement at all, and it looks pretty dynamic. Also, the lightning effects that we've been seeing with Storms look cool. I'm not a huge fan of the head sculpt or the pose that they got her into, but of course that can be changed. So that's not really something that's going to drive her thing on this tier list. But the head sculpt is, I'm going to give her a C tier. Now, Marvel Girl, Jean Grey. The last figure of this was horrible, and everyone knows that. She could barely even stand up. She came in the Krakoa wave, or the Tri-Sentinel, I think it was. And that figure was bad. This one looks more animated, but it also looks better for just a comic one. It looks like they redid some stuff. However, the torso articulation still looks very lacking, and I'm not really excited for this figure at all. I'm going to give it... Oh, wrong figure. I'm going to give it a D tier. Now we got the new Rogue from a 2-pack with the next Gambit. This Rogue, I think, looks better than the one that we have in the C tier. It comes with a soft goods shirt, which is always going to be amazing. I like the head sculpt better. And other than that, it's basically just a normal Rogue costume. So I'm going to give her... I don't know, because she's not a whole lot better than that other Rogue. So I guess I'll give her a B tier. Okay, now we have Gambit. This Gambit is using I think it is called starting lineup body. So it's from the Hasbro NBA line. And I don't really like this a lot at all. I don't think anybody does. D tier. Now we got the Sentinel. It was made to order. I didn't have money for it, of course. So if you want me to have money, make sure to subscribe, because that would help me get money sometimes. Once eventually I would get a lot of subscribers, then I could get money. So that's good. Now, this Sentinel I think is definitely S tier. It's different than the HasLab, but it's better. Now we have Storm. I hate this look for Storm. I hate the stupid cape. D tier. Sunspot. I was really excited when they showed this off, because it has a body that you can use for New Mutants. I would like to see a black version of this, though, so I'm just going to give it a B tier. Now, finally, the Executioner. He comes with so many accessories. He has surprisingly a lot of articulation for a figure like this. I love him so much. He looks so good. S tier, in my opinion. There you have it, the completed tier list. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you had any disagreed picks, and see you next time.